we come to the 103rd MMA history video, and it's UFC 103 on Saturday, October the 24th, 2009, and it was called Franklin v Belfont, and it was at Dallas, Texas. The American Airlines Center, Dallas, Texas. And the attendance was 17,428. The total gate was 2,400,000. And the buy rate was 375,000. And this was the first UFC event to air a portion of the preliminary live card and commercial free during an hour-long block on Spike. The Efren Escudero v Cole Miller, Drew Fedries v Tomás Dual, and Rick Story v Brian Foster and Jim Miller v Steve Lopez fights were shown on Spike. As a part of the UFC ESPN UK regionalisation strategy, the bout of the Paul Daley v Brian Foster, Paul Daley from England, was to air on ESPN UK prior to Daley replacing Mike Swick against Martin Kampmann. The event was aired the same time as Floyd Mayweather fought John Manuel Marquez, sticking him down a couple of times, winning the decision there, Mayweather. But Mayweather drew a smaller crowd, 13,116, but its gate was considerably higher at 6,811. Oh no, so 6,811,300. So yeah, that's the gate purse, and it also sold pay-per-view buys, 1 million, and to date this was the PPV. This PPV pay-per-view had the largest amount of fights broadcast by the UFC, 13. It was announced on 20th of July 2009 that Rich Franklin would headline UFC 103 against Dan Henderson. It was then announced on July 31st 2009 that fans were not happy with the announced headliner of Henderson Franklin 2, so they changed the main event to feature Rick Franklin and Victor Belfont. Fans didn't like it, so it was changed. So we changed it, and UFC President Dana White said a previously announced bout featuring Steve Steinbase was moved to UFC Fight Night. Diaz v Gillard, and a previously announced bout featuring Aaron Simpson was moved to UFC 102. So a knee injury forced Matt Wyman out of the bout with Rafael D'Anjos on July 23rd. Rob Emerson filled in. A knee injury forced Thiago Tavares out of his bout with Jim Miller on August 20th. Tavares was replaced by UFC newcomer Steve Lopez. A back injury forced Dan Luzon out of his bout with Rafaelo Oliveira, and he was replaced by Nick Lentz. An injury forced Mike Swick out of his bout with Martin Kampmann, and Paul Daley moved up from the undercard to face Martin Kampmann. So, I'm going to go with the preliminaries. So the lightweight, Rafael D'Anjos defeats Rob Emerson, unanimous decision, 3 5-minute rounds. Light heavyweight division, Vladimir Matsioshenko defeats Igor Igor Pokrajic. Vladimir Matsioshenko beats Igor Pokrajic. Tragic on a unanimous decision, 3 5-minute rounds. Light heavyweight division, Elliot Marshall defeats Jason Briltz, 3 5-minute rounds, unanimous decision. And the welterweight division, Rick Story defeats Brian Foster. Submission arm triangle, 1 minute and 9 seconds of the second round. Lightweight division, Nick Lentz defeats Rafael Oliveira. Unanimous decision, 3 5-minute rounds. Lightweight division, Jim Miller defeats Steve Lopez. TKO shoulder injury, 48 seconds of the second round. Middleweight division, Thomas Dural defeats Drew McFedries. Submission rear naked choke, 1 minute and 3 seconds of the second round. Lightweight division, this is the televised spike bet here. Yes, we've got middleweight, Thomas Dural defeating Drew McFedries, rear naked choke in the second round. And then we've got a lightweight division, Efrain Escudero defeating Cole Miller. TKO punches, and that was 3 minutes and 36 of the first round. So, first of the main card, catchweight, Tyson Griffin defeats Hermes Franca, 159 pounds, KO punches. 3 minutes and 26 of the second round. Welterweight division, Josh Koscheck defeats Frank Trigg, TKO punches. 1 minute and 25 of the first round. Paul Daly from Britain, welterweight, and the welterweight division defeats Martin Campen, TKO punches. 2 minutes and 31 of the first round. Heavyweight division, Junior Dos Santos defeats Mirko Krokop, and that was a submission eye injury. 2 minutes of the third round. Catchweight, 195 pounds. Vitor Belfont defeats Rich Franklin, KO punches. That was 3 minutes and 2 seconds of the first round. So the Fighters Award, 65,000 bonuses for Fight of the Night, Knockout of the Night and Submission of the Night. Rick Story v Brian Foster got Fight of the Night. Knockout of the Night, Vitor Belfort, shall I say. Submission of the Night was Rick Story. So that's the end of the 103rd MMA history video, UFC 103, Franklin v Belfont it was called. And it's September the 19th, Saturday, September the 19th, 2009, in Dallas, Texas, at the American Airlines Center. Bang.